Invincible, Episode 1, Season 2, now out. Let's talk about it. So, Invincible Season 2 has officially started. It's been a while since the first season that we all loved. Now we are finally getting Season 2. Cannot wait for this season. Episode 1, now out on Amazon Prime for you guys to go and check out right now. We pick up where we left off. You remember that heartbreaking moment between father and son, between Omni-Man and between Mark. That heartbreaking moment, the whole idea about like, where will you be in 500 years? I'll still have you. Like that moment is just so heartfelt. Like no matter what, the dad's just beating the living crap out of him. And he still says that to him. Just shows you the kind of character Mark is. Well, when we get into episode 1, what I love about this episode and what I think it did really well is it didn't shy away from what happened in last season. It's all about Mark dealing with the trauma and dealing with the events that happened in season 1 with his father. And I love how they're dealing with that. And we even have, Cecil is dealing with it as well. He's not very trustworthy of Mark now because he knows, oh man, Omni-Man and Nolan, man. I trusted them with my life and look what happened. So instantly, and we see this with people's perception when it comes to Invincible, is, well, if he's related to Omni-Man, could he turn out like that? And that's what Mark is really struggling with in this whole entire episode is, what if I am him? What if I do become him? And I can't do anything about it. But we see here, as Mark reflects, that he is holding himself accountable for the lives that were taken in the season finale of last season, where Omni-Man was holding his head and rammed him through the train, throwing him through people, like just constantly just blood all over him. Mark is blaming himself for that. And there's this beautiful scene in here where he finally gets back the courage to go back into the workforce to try and be like, look, I'm going to make Cecil believe me and trust me and know that I'm not like my father. When he gets there and all these people die because of an explosion and he's blaming himself again because he couldn't save them. So this whole character arc of Mark is just starting off fantastic for season 2. Exactly what I wanted them to do was, because sometimes you could go from the first season to another season and just kind of dismiss things that happened in that season and not have it like flow on effect into the next season. But having it as a flow on effect with Mark's character and him trying to come to realization that like, okay, my father's evil. Like he's there just murdering people, but it's my responsibility to save those people and I couldn't save them. Like, it's just such a good character arc that Mark's going on already, and I'm so excited to see where it's going to go. I also forgot how violent this really was. Again, this is just absolutely super violent, and I love it. It's just blood, gore, hands getting snapped off, arms getting ripped, limbs everywhere, black eyes, blood, it's absolutely brutal. But what it did introduce as well is the multiverse as well into this story, as it shows us this world where Omni-Man does convince Mark to join him. And this, look, if you're an anime fan and you like Dragon Ball, you know exactly where I'm going with this. That kind of gave me vibes of the Future Trunks arc with that whole, side quest where Goku, he's the evil guy there and he's destroying the world and Trunks has to stop it. It kind of gave me that vibe of like, this is what happens when these type of characters go evil. And like, it was a really cool parallel to see that, but it ties into the new villain that's coming after we see him at the end here. And it's, he's able to use the portals to go to different dimensions, different timelines and stuff, and pull people out. And that's his whole idea in this episode, is to pull himself out so he can neutralize all the stuff that is wrong, to have every bit of knowledge from all the other universes, the technology, everything like that, so he could save everyone. And of course it goes wrong, and now he's becoming a supervillain because he blames Invincible for everything that's happened up until that point because Invincible was there. So you have that. And so this is going to be insane. Where's that going to go? What is the Are we going to see that Omni-Man and Invincible come through? Are we going to see that? I don't know, but it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with that. And that's what the main storyline is of this episode, is Mark trying to pick up the pieces with his mother, who also is going through her own grieving stage as well. Like, imagine being in her shoes. The person you've been married to, that you've loved for the past 20 years of your life, the man that you thought you knew, that you had a son with, says that you were a pet. You were more like a pet to him. Bruv, how does that not break a human being? And I thought they showcased that so well in this episode, with her being so broken over that when she shouts that at Helga. Like, he saw me as a pet. That's freaking brutal, man. That would just imagine that. Your loved one turned around and said that to you. You can't sit there and tell me that you would not feel broken if they said that to you. Like, that is just absolutely brutal. And the man that she thought she knew just does a complete 180 on her. And it's just like, wow, what the fuck? So I love that dynamic as well. And trying to see Mark get back into reality, going to school and that, you know, you have that as well. You obviously have the team there as well. And we get introduced into some old characters that we know and some new characters who are now joining the team. So obviously Immortal is back. And he doesn't quite trust Mark as well. And he's kind of like, I don't trust you, man. So we're seeing this massive fallout of Season 1 with Omni-Man and how it's playing its part in this season. So I'm intrigued to see where we are going. The animation was great as well. I mean, look, as someone who watches anime, you kind of watch like that episode that just dropped of Jujutsu Kaisen, and you kind of like see the fight there with Toji and Dagon, and it's just absolutely fast-paced, insane, just top-tier animation. Again, Invincible, it's not, you just gotta like try and like turn like the eye and be like, okay, this isn't Jujutsu Kaisen, this isn't supposed to be fast like this is like the superhero version of it where they don't fight as fast and that. But overall, the animation was great. Obviously, the violence is great as well. It's animated beautiful. It showcases the injuries, and it's a different type of anime style. So you have that as well. But I thought, dude, episode 1 got me so hyped for the rest of this season now. I am excited as to see the rest of Invincible. So let me know what you guys all thought. Did you guys enjoy the first episode of Invincible? Let me know down in the comment section below. Smash that like button for me. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.